Hello, everybody. Tate Davis here with another album battle for you. This one is between two debut albums, two of the greatest debut albums of all time by two of the greatest bands of all time. Both very, very instrumental in the invention of the music that we now know as heavy metal. In one corner from 1969, around this time, 51 years ago, Led Zeppelin. Page, Plant, Jones, Bonham, four of them right there, against, from Birmingham, Osborne, Iommi, Butler, Ward. Black Sabbath. You know them. There you go. Let's go ahead and discuss this one since this one was released first. So Led Zeppelin, what can't you say about this album that hasn't already been said before? Recorded at Olympic Studios in, I think, one recording session in 1968. Jimmy Page producing, Glenn Johns engineering, Chris Dreja designed the back cover photograph. He was formerly of the Yardbirds. The Hindenburg right here, great album cover, of course. Who we got in the band? Obviously, we got Robert Plant on lead vocals and harmonica, Jimmy Page on all sorts of guitars, John Paul Jones on bass and organ, and then John Bonham on drums and various percussion instruments, most notably timpani. Kicking it off on side one, we got Good Times, Bad Times, quite possibly the greatest John Bonham drum performance of all time on any studio recording. Man, and the amount of drummers that have transcribed this drum part is just mind-boggling. I still have trouble with it, and I'm 21. Bonham did this when he was 19. Unbelievable. Number two, Babe, I'm Gonna Leave You, cover of the Anne Bredon tune, popularized by Joan Baez at the time. Great vocals by Robert Plant. Yeah, just awesome, amazing. Track number three, You Shook Me, an updated version of the Muddy Waters song. Great, simplistic John Bonham drumming. Great harmonica solo by Robert Plant. Great organ solo by John Paul Jones. Great, amazing guitar solo by Jimmy Page. Just awesome. And then finishing off side one, we got Dazed and Confused, a cover of yes, it is a cover of the Jake Holmes song. Just legendary. Jimmy Page doing his bowed guitar, Plant's vocals, it's just all amazing. Opening up side two, Your Time Is Gonna Come, poppy, but it works. Black Mountain Side, a great instrumental by Jimmy Page. Communication Breakdown, proto-punk classic. I Can't Quit You Baby, by cover of the Otis Rush tune, written by Willie Dixon. Amazing drumming by John Bonham. And then finishing off with the awesome How Many More Times. The entire band on fire. Just, yeah, it might be a ripoff of How Many More Years by Howlin' Wolf, but man, Plant, Page, Jones, and Bonham. Just uncanny. This is very hard to beat. Overall, an amazing performance by a young band ready to take over the world. An amazing debut album. But that's not to take anything away from this, though. This is almost amazing. Almost as amazing, I should say. Recorded at Morgan Studios, right? Hold on, let me get some info here, according to the liner notes. Where was this recorded at? Pull up the sleeve for you. Produced by Roger Bain. Recorded This is the 2016 re-release, by the way. Where was this recorded? I think it was Morgan Studios. Anyway. It was a studio in London. I think it was Morgan Studios. Anyway, it was recorded in, I think 2 days or something like that. God, that album cover is just really, really eerie. Of course, we got Ozzy Osbourne on lead vocals, Tony Iommi on guitars, Geezer Butler on bass, Bill Ward on drums. Really bone-chilling here. Side 1 opening up, got Black Sabbath, the album, the band, the song. What is this that stands before me? Awesome. Awesome. Slow and dirgy. The birth of doom metal right there, it could be argued. Side 1, The Wizard. Great harmonica solo by Ozzy Osbourne in this one. Great percussive drumming by Bill Ward. Awesome. It's about a drug dealer. Wasp, Behind the Wall of Sleep, basically NIB. Whole bunch of names to describe a medley of 2 songs here. The record company, Warner Brothers / Vertigo, added these titles to these instrumental portions of these songs to make it seem like there were more songs on the album, but I can see behind Warner Brothers Records' trickery here. Just a great way to close off side 1. NIB, great bass solo by Geezer Butler, great vocals by Ozzy Osbourne. Behind the Wall of Sleep, a great jazzy drumming by Bill Ward. Laying it down in the part. Great way to close off side 1. Side 2, if you have the US release like I do right here, we got Wicked World. Great jazz influenced drumming by Bill Ward. Great Buddy Rich, Gene Krupa influenced by Bill Ward in this song. Bit of Finger / Sleeping Village / Warning. Sleeping Village, a great jam, great haunting vocals by Ozzy in the beginning, great jam incorporating all sorts of influence, and then Warning, the 10.5 minute plus version of the Ainsley Dunbar Retaliation classic. Great soloing by Tony Iommi in this, and including a great freeform guitar solo by Tony Iommi. Great vocals by Ozzy. Great drumming by Bill Ward, taking Ainsley Dunbar's original drum part and just spicing it up to 12 here. Just overall, an almost perfect album. Basically a perfect album. As is this. So, the time has come in the recording where I have to pick one, and this is very hard for me because although I probably had more history with Led Zeppelin than I did with Black Sabbath, both bands are very, very near and dear to my heart. Nowadays, I probably listen to Sabbath a little bit more than I do Zeppelin, but I still love Zeppelin with everything in me. And this is not by much, but I'm not going to cop out and give it a tie here. But after a slugfest during the first 11 rounds, the mighty Zeppelin eventually comes out on top, beaten and battered with the hell of a good fight that this one put up. It's just, to me, top to bottom, this is pretty special. But as is this, I don't know. If you could ask me, this is by the slightest of margins. The slightest of margins. It's just, I actually did not used to like Sabbath at all. I used to really, really not be a big Black Sabbath fan. But over time, they have very much grown on me. But Zeppelin, I've always loved ever since I was 13 years old when I heard a Heartbreaker on the radio for the first time. John Bonham was one of my favorite drummers of all time. He's my second favorite drummer of all time, besides Keith Moon. And Bill Ward is definitely in my top 10. But to me, this one just ekes by ever so closely. And you know what? If you ask me tomorrow, I could tell you this. But as of today, January 3rd, 2020, Led Zeppelin gets the win for me. But you know what? You might like this one. You might like this better. Tell me why in the comment section below. And thank you guys very much for watching. And we'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.